All right, next up on our Q4 strategy sessions, we have Joe Castelino, Vice President of Fixed Ops for American Motors Group. We're going to talk about all things fixed ops heading in to the end of the year. Let's get into it. You're going to love Joe. We know it already.
Oh,
guaranteed you're going to love Joe.
I'm just pumped that 1 out of 5 of these sessions is on fixed ops.
Well, yeah,
like it just has to be that we have to get fixed ops in the mix. And Joe's been like arm wrestling us. He's like, you better get more fixed.
Well, SodaCon, he already agreed to speak. So if you like what you hear today, you can come here and speak in May. Circle the dates. And if you don't like them, there are going to be a lot of other speakers too.
There you go. Good.
Joe, thanks for joining us today. It's good to have you.
Thank you, Paul. Thank you, Kyle.
Okay, so we told you we'd make this really easy. No math questions, none of that stuff. But in reality, we're heading into Q4. We're in Q4 and heading into the end of the year where we start to see these holidays coming up. The end of the year books start to pile up. Things change. Employees take time off. You have a lot of special interests. A lot of times there's charitable things going on. People are getting their cars switched over for, seasonal things. How do you generally approach Q4 differently than the other quarters of the year, or don't you?
No, you absolutely have to. Q4 tends to be a little bit more strategic. You do have employee time off. You also have to consider that while your employees are taking time off, other people are taking times off. So the hard part becomes while other people are off, how you are able to cater and manage to them and their needs, right? A lot of people take Thanksgiving week off and try to get everything handled. A handful of our stores are near college campuses, and you'll have a lot of parents fly in and get their kids' car ready, or kids are all of a sudden, hey, I got to take off and I got to go here, and we got to get them ready. So we absolutely have to plan for that. We manage all of it strategically.
Can you give us a little bit of, so people understand, tell us about the group a little bit, the types of stores, volume, et cetera.
So American Motors Group, we have a handful of Toyota stores, a handful of Volkswagen stores, an Alfa Romeo store, Chevrolet, Cadillac, and they're all up and down California. So some are in really densely populated areas, some are a little in more rural areas. But they're all I think all but one is near a heavy college campus, or a big college campus. Yeah.
That's a totally different dynamic because those college campuses kind of run towns a lot of times, and they ebb and flow, especially in holiday times when kids go back to home or anything like that. And so there's a lot of ebb and flow. There's probably big rushes and big pullaways when it comes to fixed ops. You're obviously a big tech guy too when it comes to integrating tech into the processes. Is this a season where you're looking functionally a bit ahead, or is this a season where you look to make changes in your operations, or is it kind of a time where you just lock and you're like, nope, what we're doing is what we're doing, and we'll look at it in Q1? How do you approach that?
So Q4, we tend to just hunker down and stick to what's been working. But Q4 is typically the summary of everything that we've been working towards, right? So something that we've been working at and I've been preaching is right-sizing your service departments, right? So that's getting cycle times way down, right? One of our Toyota stores is less than 30 minutes for an oil change, so we can process more and more, while our average time is less than an hour for cycle times. So at this point, we've practiced everything. We've really got down our turnaround and our cycle times are, 95.5s are fixed right the first times. That way, we're respective of people's time and we're cognizant and can understand. Exactly like you said, Kyle. A handful of stores are actually in the Silicon Valley, and we have to be cognizant of all the time that they're taking off and all of the techs and the engineers around us that, rely on their car are going to take off for 2-3 weeks and need their car serviced. So at this point, it's just preaching what we've practiced the last 9 months of the year.
Can you tell us a little bit about your check-in process? Do you have something that's universal across the stores, or what are you doing to make that process better, especially in consideration of the ebbs and flows in traffic, trying to make it efficient, trying to make it memorable, and all those things?
So all of our stores have some variation of the basic core. And in our group, we have a basic core process, and then every store can deviate or vary from that. But we do all have an electronic check-in system where the advisor is able to come out there, have the appointment pre-populated on either their cell phone or their tablet. They sign electronically, so customers don't have to come in, come out. You can use talk to text if you need to. You take photos of the car, videos of the car. So if something's going on, instead of trying to describe it, you can say, okay, hey, if there's an engine noise or something, let's record that and streamline the process that way. But yeah.
So like record that, potentially customer or even the advisor recording it, so you get a lot longer. Like, I mean, I see, advisors, not all of them, but a lot of them, they're not like, 60 word per minute typers, right? So that ability to kind of like reduce the gap between advisor or customer and technician understanding what's going on seems like that's a really interesting way to go. Like, no, we're going to go voice to text, or we're going to go voice memo to get that back to the technician with the most context possible. Is that what you're kind of saying?
Absolutely. That's exactly what it does. Because that way you hear it straight from the customer, and you can even, like, if there's a noise, record the noise on video, record it to our DMS and put it straight on there. So there's no ambiguity. Is this the noise the customer is talking about, or is this what's going on? You actually get to hear and see it straight from the customer.
What probably more entertaining is letting the customers mimic the noise and then recording that.
Some of the sounds people make, you're just like, wait, what?
Yeah, see, that's a social media marketing campaign waiting to happen. When your car makes that, and then just roll all the clips of the people making the noise.
I like that. You know what? We're gonna do a social media campaign on that. I'll tag you guys.
Please do.
Oh, please do. That sounds like the best campaign.
We will highlight
everybody just making whatever.
I want to go out and make it.
I think they made a television commercial about it, right? Didn't they make a television commercial? I could have swore.
I mean, maybe they did, and if they did, whoever they were genius
blow up
too.
on social with it. That's exactly what's going to happen. That's amazing.
So
That's
good.
amazing.
Joe, are you doing anything regarding hours? Some people have holiday hours. Are you doing anything regarding that?
We are. We're doing a couple of things. I shouldn't say most, but some of our stores are extending hours. One's going all the way up till 10. One's actually doing a 24-hour shift, and
every day.
Pardon? 5 days a week. 5 days a week. It's going 24 hours.
Wow.
It will be extended hours Saturday, Sunday, but 24 hours.
No doubt. Monday, so what brand is that?
That is going to be Chevrolet and
what are the current hours that you're extending to 24? They must already be open kind of late.
They're open till 6 o'clock right now, but it's one of those things that what we're doing for that particular thing is we're going to open for used cars and fleet. Right, because the fleet guys themselves, they need service. And
yeah, they're like, please do it overnight. Yeah,
right. And so to accommodate for like our premium hours for our normal just retail customers, we're going to take our fleet customers and wholesale customers and move them to a 24-hour shift, so we can, they can keep their stuff in business during the holiday season, and they can keep up with the work, and they can drop their cars off at night and then come pick them up in the morning.
Wow, that's unbelievable. I know. A friend of ours, Brian Benstock, when they opened service 24 hours and did drop off and pick up, their average RO went through the roof. So I bet you'll see some ROs going, hey, while you have it, be back in the morning.
Right.
Do it all.
And it's mainly going to be for fleet and wholesale. But obviously, if there was a retail customer that needed something in a pickle, we're not going to turn them away.
Yeah. Fleet too. It'll be curious. We'll ask you once the holidays are gone, how it went.
Absolutely. I'd look forward to that.
Joe, are you using any other like video technology in the lane or in the technician bay to kind of enhance the user experience? And what gains have you seen from doing something like that?
So SkaiVision, we're using that. If you guys haven't heard of that, It reads license plates. It tells us, where potential bugs are in our processes. If a car sat here for too long, or if somebody's not, if this, and you can program it if the car's been left unattended. And that's really been helping us really fine tune our cycle times. And it actually, it also reports back to the sales department, which is kind of cool. And through the plate tells you, hey, this is what the car is, this is what this is. And you can send an offer. I think we've closed 8 deals last month out of one store. Just by customers in the waiting room.
What's that? This isn't a sponsored post, but is it SKAI? Am I remembering that right?
Yes.
Oh, so
They're
cool.
like, hey,
Yeah.
that salesperson you had at the point is smoking a cigarette behind license plate number J57. Yeah.
It's more like, hey, this car's been left unattended, or this person's been sitting here for too long. So what it also does is sees like, hey, this one person, and you can program it. Like if I see anybody in my waiting room for more than 45 minutes, it'll say like, hey, here is somebody who hasn't moved out of their seat for 45 minutes, and just ping us. So then we can go look and say, okay, hey, what's this person here for? Are they waiting for a major service, or
we could get a Reynolds robot to bring them out like some fresh lemonade on a tray.
their parts robot, it is something to look at for sure.
It is.
Yeah,
I geek out over it every time I see it. I'm like, oh, make it bring water over. Oh, that's cool.
Yeah. Bring your
Actually,
coffee,
the
bring
first time
lemonade.
I saw that was at a SoduCon.
Oh, so cool. So
Wait
cool.
till you see the one we have this year. It dances, does TikTok videos.
Now there's an idea.
It's actually
So I'm
just
gonna-
Kyle dressed up like a robot.
my car does, just like that.
But can we get it to make sounds? Can we get it to make customer sounds?
Yes, the answer is always yes.
Oh, we'll train the robots. All right, Joe. Joe, it has been an absolute pleasure hanging out with you. Thank you for giving us a little insight into the way that you're thinking about Q4 and more broadly, exactly about what you're doing in the stores. You're always pressing the boundaries. Thanks for giving us some time. Go serve someone today.
Thanks, guys. Have a good
See
one.
you soon. See you at a SodaCon. I'll be here before
See
you know it.
SoduCon.